Let's welcome my friend Stuart Volkow.
Hey!
Thank you, Rob.
Stuart, what goes on at NAB? What kind of a convention is that?
Well, big is a good word to start with. It's big, but it's I'd say it's about 1/4 gear. You know, like grip and light and just real practical gear. About 1/4 broadcasting equipment like antennas and transmission wave guides and real serious stuff like that. And now it's about 32% or so software. Then the other part is it's basically acquisition. It's cameras. So it's everything under the sun in digital film production and TV production technology, especially camera gear.
Yeah.
And then all the visual effects industry is there. And then you've also got the people. You've got the Radio and Television News Directors Association. You've got the Broadcast Education Association. You've got job fairs. You have, you know, all the people.
What's the hot camera that you saw at NAB this year?
Well, it's got to be this year and also probably a little bit last year. I mean, Red, of course, was the revolution in digital production. It was the Red camera. And that was founded by the guy who was the founder of Oakley, who had his Oakley fortune and actually reinvented the idea of a cinema camera, digital cinema camera. And Red is still at that near the top of the heap.
What's it doing that other cameras don't do? What makes it so cool?
Now everyone is doing some form of a digital cinema camera. So it has a incredibly high quality capture chip, right, which gets you very high resolution images with good color quality, with all of the gear that you would expect in a cinema camera. The Reds are still very, very good. This year, the big thing in cameras is we went from HD to now Ultra HD,
right?
Which is 4K.
Which has more lines than
more pixels, more
even
lines.
An ant could see at 1,000 yards or
now,
something.
you know, you could arguably see the difference between 2K and 4K. But now we also have 6K. So Red came out with a 6K camera, which they also tout as being perfectly good for using it for still photography as well. So you can do it all in one. Those are in the $3,000 to $10,000 range for the camera itself. Then the lens is a big part of those things, right? You can have a lens that's $50,000.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make the lens any cheaper. Blackmagic
I'd
Design.
go on Amazon. I bet you could find one for $40.
You could probably. Blackmagic Design is a kind of an upstart company,
Yeah.
and they came from the electronics end. They got into the camera business. So this year they released a couple of really innovative cameras. They have what they call the URSA, URSA. For about $6,000, and it's a 4K camera, and it's a digital cinema camera, so they could, you know, claim that it's good for feature film quality production. Goes right up to the big screen.
Wow!
But it's got, you know, iPad-sized viewfinders that flip out, that are very ultra large, so you can really see what you're looking at.
Wow!
And also on the side of the camera is a very large iPad-sized screen, so you can really see the controls of the camera.
We don't have it here at Hollywood Headliners, and I don't want it here at Hollywood Headliners, and we'll never have it as long as I'm alive here at Hollywood Headliners. What is workflow?
It's the end-to-end production, in other words, pipeline. So, you know, you have to, when you go and do a production, you need to really think about not just how you're going to shoot it, but what's going to happen after that minute of acquisition. Where's the image going to be? You know, how's it going to be stored? How's it going to be edited? How's it going to be finished? And how's it going to be actually distributed? Is it going to be in an IMAX theater? Is it going to be streamed online? Is it going to be all of the above? Home video, on demand? There's 20, 30 different formats. But you need to know how is the whole thing going to work from the beginning, or you get a mess. Another really good thing that helps all of this is the drones, which is a really fun thing that NAB is now. There's drones every place.
Oh my gosh!
Of every size.
How are they
shape,
using?
and
How
payload.
are they using the drones?
Well, instead of using a crane or instead of using big jibs, you can now fly your camera around, and the software to do that is getting very simple. So there's literally drag with your finger a line of flight, and the drone will follow that line of flight, and you can redo that take. And there's companies that sell these DIY drones.
GoPro's got one that's about $600-700. It'll go up 1,000 feet. If the wind blows it off course, it'll come right back. It'll find it and land right where.
That's called free fly.
Yeah, free fly.
So there's free fly. Then for the
which is different than an open fly.
There's Sinistar, which is a heavy lift drone with 8 blades, which can get a much bigger camera up there. But this is now becoming a big deal, right? And now news organizations want to do more drones and less helicopters.
Right. Time.
Yeah, there are a couple of things that that were really interesting in that lowering the cost. One is cloud-based editing. So there's a thing called WeVideo, and it was acquired by Amazon, and it's a really robust post-production system, all online. So you can upload all your videos, you can edit it online, and it publishes it online, all right there.
Stuart Volkow, our NAB tech guru. Thank you very much for being with. Eric, did you understand everything he said?
None of it. Not a word.
Stuart, thank you very much for being with us on the Hollywood Headlines. Don't go away. We'll be right back.